How do you design effective rubrics for team-based student projects? Have you ever wondered how to create a rubric that truly captures the essence of team-based student projects? Designing effective rubrics can make a world of difference in assessing both group dynamics and individual contributions. Let's break down the process together. First, start by defining clear learning objectives and project goals. Think about what skills and knowledge you want your students to develop. This could include teamwork, communication, or problem solving. Having these goals in mind will guide your rubric's focus and ensure it aligns with your course outcomes. Next, determine your assessment criteria. Aim for 3 to 10 specific criteria that reflected the essential components of the project. For team projects, consider including the quality of the final product, collaboration skills, individual accountability, research, and presentation effectiveness. Make sure your criteria are objective and measurable. Avoid vague terms like interesting, and instead use clear, observable behaviors. Now, let's talk about the type of rubric to use. An analytic rubric is often the best choice for team projects. It allows you to provide detailed feedback on multiple criteria, helping students understand their strengths and areas for improvement. Holistic rubrics, which give a single overall score, are less effective for complex projects. Once you have your criteria, define performance levels and descriptors. Create 3 to 5 performance levels for each criterion, like excellent, good, fair, and poor. Write clear descriptions for each level that explain what performance looks like. For example, under teamwork, a high-level descriptor could be consistently contributed ideas and supported team members, while a low-level descriptor might be rarely participated and did not communicate effectively. Next, assign a scoring strategy. Attach numerical values to each performance level to quantify assessment. You may want to weight some criteria more heavily based on their importance. For instance, collaboration might carry more weight than presentation skills. Since team projects involve multiple members, it's important to incorporate both individual and group assessments. Design the rubric to evaluate the collective output as well as individual contributions. You might include peer evaluations or self-assessment components to ensure each student's effort is recognized. Before finalizing your rubric, pilot it with colleagues or teaching assistants. Share the draft and gather feedback. You can even use it to grade a sample project. Collect input from students about the clarity and usefulness of the rubric and make revisions as needed. Once your rubric is ready, provide it to students early on. Sharing the rubric before they start the project helps them understand expectations and how their work will be evaluated. This transparency can guide their efforts throughout the project. Finally, use the rubric to provide feedback and grading. During and after the project, refer to the rubric to give specific, actionable feedback. Highlight strengths and suggest improvements for each criterion. This approach supports student learning and development in teamwork and project skills. By following these steps, you can create effective rubrics that clarify expectations, encourage accountability, and provide meaningful feedback for team-based projects. Your students will appreciate the structure, and you will feel more confident in your assessments.